What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new, I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to Mualani's character trailer, which they're still calling it a trailer. Weird. Not sure why they did that, but regardless, gonna get straight into it because I'm just really excited to see what they have in store for us. So feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and leave a comment on your thoughts, and let's get into it. I'm very curious to see what the vibe of this is. Oh my god, the water. Oh, interesting music. Oh, this already seems just so quality. Oh, now they have a description.
I'm Mualani,
Oh,
a guide from the people of the springs, at your service.
Interesting.
All of Natlan is at our fingertips. Let me show you.
Oh my god, the animals are so good.
Follow me.
God, her animations are so good.
Here we are.
This is not not at all the music I expected. Okay, yeah, so I was right. Having cameos of those two. God, fucking grinding with the shark. This is really feel good. What the fuck?
Last but not least,
What is this?
finale. Ready? Go!
God, the music's so fun. I love the focus on all the animals and stuff. Oh my god.
Get ready to land. Here we are.
God.
Did you have fun? Course you did. Catch you on the next one.
That is really fun. I really like that. So, I'm gonna go through it again. This is so fun of a trailer. The music just immediately strikes. And it's so fucking feel good.
Yeah! Woo!
Something about this opening bit just is really high quality looking to me.
I'm Mualani, a guide from the people of the springs, at your service. All of Natlan is at our fingertips.
I like the framing of this as her being a tour guide, basically.
Follow me.
I love how the music syncs up with her, like, bumping into each hilichurl. I love her being saved by Kinich there. And then the instant I saw this area, I knew that they were gonna run into, Kachina.
My tribe's for the fun zap. Now feast your eyes on this.
This entire trailer is just so good looking. I find it cool that there's a bit of a diegetic element to the music. Like, not fully, but partially. Like, it's most obvious there. I love her fucking windmill, like, punch.
All right.
And then these
last but
outfits are
not
just
least,
fucking
time for the
goofy.
grand finale. Ready? Go!
I love the build-up and release of that. It's so satisfying. The trailer overall is fairly simple for this last bit, but the vibe, other than this, the vibe just carries it, though.
Get ready to land. Here we are.
God, and then she's back in
Did
the
you have
outfit.
fun? Course you did. Catch you on the next one.
God, yeah. All I can describe that as is fun. Alright, I'm gonna click through it and see what I can find that I want to mention, but first I'm actually gonna look at the description. Typically, being a travel guide, the owner of a water sports shop, and a surfing pro are 3 distinct professions. But with Mualani, people can experience this 3-in-1 package in all its glory. That's cool. Okay, I didn't realize that she was not just a travel guide, but also a water sports shop owner, and I mean surfing pro, not too surprising given all of her movement and stuff, but it's cool to learn that nonetheless. Alright, now time to just click through it more thoroughly. I like how we start here with the capybaras and birds and stuff, and the lighting is absurd, and the water animation is really solid, and it just looks fucking great. And then she bursts forth from the water and looks to us, or at least the POV, and then it jumps into the music, with it just being this moment of sort of calm pause before everything jumps into high gear, which I just enjoy as an opener. And then we get what the vast majority of this demo is showing us, which is her movement on her little shark. Her going across the water, her going along the, like, rail things, unique animation, whatever it may be. She's almost always riding along the shark. And we get a Saurian that's swimming alongside her, jumping through the water. And then we get her splash art, which looks great, and we actually get a description this time. I literally was just talking in Kachina's demo about how they had largely forgone this as far as I could tell, but now they're here with one, so oops. A well-known guide in Natlan who owns a water sports shop and expert in all forms of wave chasing. Okay, so similar information to the description, but not quite the same. And because they can't seem to keep everything consistent, she doesn't really have a actual subtitle, as I would not describe a well-known guide in Natlan to be a subtitle given how they've done them before, which is just sort of interesting. They seem to be playing with the exact format of things a lot recently, with the renaming to trailers, with some things not having descriptions, other things not having subtitles, whatever it may be. It's weird they're playing with it. I'm curious to see what they'll continue to do. Now, something I really like is this transition of her pushing her own splash art out of the way to begin talking straight to the camera, as she basically sets the framing device of the next bit of this trailer, being that this is essentially a promotional video for her business as a guide. As she introduces herself, saying that she's a guide from the people of Springs, and then we get some really cute shots of, like, her on top of one of these big dinosaur things, and pointing forward dramatically before almost falling off, and she offers to show us as she's doing this cute little bush thing to hide amongst the foliage. And I love how just completely nonchalant about the hill turtles in the background she is, and I love how they just sort of pick up on her. The one just sort of points at her idly and is like, what? Hey, there's a girl there. But she's already on her way before they can do anything, and we get her doing some tricks and stuff on the shark as we begin to get into this other style where it's a lot of pictures and stuff from, like, traveling around. And she seems to have arrived in one of the other tribes as she falls and thinks that she's about to hit the ground, but she doesn't, because Kinich is using his, like, grapple move or whatever to grab her. And then she just keeps going, saying, thanks, dude, as we see a cameo of Kinich more properly. And then we jump straight into the next tribe, which can immediately be understood to be a different tribe, given that we have the different Saurians. And if we've seen any of the other promotional content, we'd recognize this as being of the tribe that Kachina is from. I'm bringing the name of it specifically, but it's pretty easy to recognize it visually. And then I find it cool how they just sort of pass by each other for Kachina's cameo. They high-five or whatever, and then she's on her way. But then we get to where her tribe is, as she acknowledges that it's where the fun's at. And we get this fun bit of animation here that is just really solid. And God, the animation on her is so fluid and cool. I love it so much. The way that her arms, like, windmill there as she tries to regain her balance, it's so nice. There's so much, like, squash and stretch that happens as well in her movements. Then we get a band, which is the, like, pseudo-diegetic element I was talking about, as we get into more of her actual, like, combat visual stuff, which has to do with, like, throwing this thing around, it seems. Not exactly sure what's going on here, maybe some kind of game, I don't really know, but it seems like she's doing well, as she sort of is like, yeah, I did it. Then we get some shots of just the band again. And we get this, which just looks fucking great. I love the multi-paneling shots and stuff, and her bursting out of the one, that kind of thing. It just looks great. And then we get one of the weirdest parts of the trailer, which is this. I don't fucking know what's going on here. Why are they all in these weird outfits? I recognize that it's supposed to be an outfit of the little, like, blowfish type creature that she uses to attack and stuff, but I don't fucking understand what is happening while all these people are in the sky in these outfits. It's fucking weird, but I sort of love it. And she's completely unperturbed by it as she just goes into the grand finale. Then we get what is arguably my favorite moment from the trailer, just from a energy tension moment. It's right here as it slows and shakes and just zooms forward. Something about the way that energy is built up and released in this sudden movement, it just works so well, I love it. And then pretty much the entirety of the rest of the trailer is just her on this sky rail section, basically, which looks great, the music is amazing, and like I said in my second viewing of it, it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but it works well given that we get to see scenery, the music's good, and her animation is great, so I don't blame it at all for it. And then we get to the trippy part here, where the rail just becomes this weird ethereal space with all of these big blowfish things surrounding the track that then shift into the sharks, and she says something about there always being a shortcut, and then she lands in the weird outfit again with a big colorful splash as all of these birds and shit just freak out, which is really fun. I love the entire energy of this. As she says, here we are, we've arrived at our destination. Did you have fun? Of course you did. Catch you on the next one. So there isn't ultimately a ton for me to analyze here from like a big analytical perspective, but this does give us a few more things about her character. A lot of it is in line with how she was portrayed in her teaser, but we get a bit more of it here in a slightly different light. She is wholeheartedly a carefree person who just does things as they come, enjoys things moment to moment, and just loves rushing through nature and surfing and whatever else. And we can see that in all of her lines throughout this, of so many of her lines are her being extremely confident and implying a level of competence just for her to freak out because she's losing control and just barely regain it or get saved at the last moment or something. There's just so many moments like that, but she never seems to freak out or be afraid. At most is that moment when she's about to hit the ground and Kanich saves her. That's the most she seems not like she is happy and potentially afraid. But regardless of that, she is utterly fearless and seems just completely carefree. And she seems to really like having a good time and getting other people to have fun with her. And she seems fairly confident in her ability to have a good time with people and in her abilities as a guide, given that the entire framing of this is her showing us around Natlan, around the tribes, having a good time as we go. But other than that, I don't think there's really much else to say about this, so I'm going to leave it there. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment on your thoughts on the trailer or anything I said, and I hope you all have a great day, and goodbye!